Welcome back to another car vlog here on the channel. Today, we're talking about the brand new 2021 Ford Raptor and the Ford Raptor R. For those of you who don't know, last Wednesday it was officially unveiled to the world, the third generation of Ford Raptor, and ever since then you guys have been asking me a bunch of questions. Do I like it? Am I gonna get one? What do I think of the Ford Raptor R? And that is what we're gonna talk about today. So sit back and relax. This is gonna be a cool one. Real quick though, before we did get into that, I did want to let you know that today we dropped these in the AR12 store. The brand new Raid keychains are officially available. I'm not even joking when I say they're probably my favorite thing in the entire AR12 store. I use them on all of my different sets of keys, and best of all, they ship anywhere in the world completely for free. If you do want to pick up one of these keychains and support the channel, you can click the link in my description. Thank you guys so much for all of the support already. Let's get back to the Ford Raptor. For those of you who don't know, for the third generation of Ford Raptor, there are now two different versions, the Ford Raptor and the Ford Raptor R. Let's start it off with that first one. Unfortunately, Ford didn't actually share too many of the details of the new Ford Raptor's specs, but here is what we know. The third generation of Ford Raptor is going to be using the exact same 3.5 liter V6 twin turbo that I have in my Ford Raptor, along with the same 10-speed automatic transmission. Now, that's not to say Ford didn't change anything for the next generation of Ford Raptor. They actually added this brand new exhaust system, and it's called the trombone exhaust. It looks super, super cool. A bunch of engineering time probably went into this thing, and I'm not even joking. Its sole purpose is to change the engine note of the Ford Raptor. They actually made a big point to showcase this in their reveal video that they did, and it sounds like this. Just for reference, this is what my Ford Raptor sounds like. I mean, honestly, there's not a huge difference there. I was never really one to complain with the old engine note, but a fancy new exhaust system, always a cool thing. In terms of the performance though, at this point, nobody actually knows if this new exhaust system is gonna lead to more horsepower for the new Ford Raptor. The old one had 450 horsepower. I would imagine the new one will be around the same. Speaking of the performance though, the biggest change for the Ford Raptor has gotta be the new suspension, specifically the rear suspension. For the first time ever, Ford has added coil springs to the rear suspension, and it is mind-blowing what this thing can do. I'm not even joking. It is like a baby pre-runner at this point with how fast and how aggressively you can go over bumps off-road. However, like I said, you guys asked me a bunch of questions on my opinion for the next generation of Ford Raptor. Well, there's some things that I like and there's some things that I don't really like. Let's get into the things I like. For example, the new front bumper on the Ford Raptor is super, super cool. It is a modern take on the existing front bumper, an obvious generational leap, and I think it looks really, really good. Plus, for the first time ever, you can actually get rigid LED cube lights installed from the factory. Awesome. However, I'm just saying I would still actively encourage every single person out there who has a Ford Raptor, or any pickup truck for a matter of fact, to look at what ADD Off-Road offers. They're the people who make my front and rear bumpers. They make your vehicle look super unique, and you can toss in some super cool light bars while making your truck more aggressive. Anyways though, Ford is also offering for the first time ever 37-inch tires. Those are up from the 35s that are on the Ford Raptor currently. The 37s are going to be massive. The final thing I really like about the new Ford Raptor has gotta be the interior. It looks super, super good. That's not to say the old Ford Raptor interior was bad, but this one is just an enormous leap forward with a huge screen inside of it. It looks super nice. Honestly, if you like either of the previous Ford Raptors, you will probably like this one as well. It takes everything that makes a Raptor and just improves it. However, I am gonna do some nitpicking and tell you two things that I don't really like about the new Ford Raptor. One, the wing mirrors. I don't know if it's just me, but there's something off with these wing mirrors. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but maybe wrapping the wing mirrors in all black would make them look a little bit better. I'm not sure though. The second thing I kind of don't like about the new Ford Raptor is this on the tailgate. I don't know if I'm the only one, but this drives my OCD insane. You've got this black trim piece on the tailgate. Why isn't it the same size as the taillights? There's like a little bit of a gap and it bothers me way more than it should. On my generation of Ford Raptor, they did this so it lines up with the taillights. But with the third generation, I don't know if it's just me, but it kind of seems like they forgot. Like I said, they're tiny little nitpicky things. I couldn't make a video and not point out something that I didn't like about this new truck. But like I was saying, anybody who liked the old Ford Raptor is probably gonna like this one as well. We already know it's gonna be a super good truck and people are really gonna like it. It takes everything that the Ford Raptor was and just makes it better. Speaking of better though, what about that Ford Raptor R? This is the all-new Ford Raptor that is releasing in 2022 next year, featuring a V8 engine. For those of you who don't know, the first generation of Ford Raptor had a big 6.2 liter V8. People loved it. And then when the second generation got announced and they were going from that V8 to a 3.5 liter V6 twin turbo, a lot of people weren't really happy with that. Ever since then, people have been shouting and yelling, saying, bring back the V8, bring back the V8. And well, Ford is listening to you. I've actually seen two different ideas floating around the internet. One, Ford is either going to take the Ford Mustang GT engine and supercharge it to over 700 horsepower, or they're going to take the Shelby GT500 engine that already has 760 horsepower and chuck either of those into the new Ford Raptor. At this point, I don't really know which rumor to believe. We will just have to wait and see what comes out in the future. However, here's the thing. Dodge, the Ram TRX, has 702 horsepower. And if you've seen anything about that car, there are tiny little references all around it how the TRX is eating the Raptor. Ford's not gonna take an L on the horsepower game. No. Ford is gonna come out swinging. So either engine they toss in, I guarantee it's gonna have over 702 horsepower. Ever since this rumor of a V8 Ford Raptor, you guys have been asking me if I'm gonna be getting a V8 Ford Raptor R. And I'm about to say something very controversial. I think the whole idea of a super truck is a stupid idea, at least for me. Here's why. They are unbelievably expensive. If you take a look at the Ram TRX, at least in Canadian dollars, they are selling right now anywhere between $120,000 and $150,000. That is a serious amount of money to be spending on not just a pickup truck, but any car. Now, don't get me wrong, I think both the Ram TRX and the Ford Raptor R are gonna be insanely cool vehicles, not to mention super popular. Now, for somebody like me who actually daily drives a Ford Raptor, I am perfectly happy with my V6. If you were to add in the cost of a V8, not to mention all of the extra fuel as well as the insurance, it is gonna be a very expensive thing to run. And for somebody like me, I'm perfectly happy with what I've got right now. Saying that though, I know that there's a bunch of people who have been waiting for exactly this moment, who have already been contacting Ford dealers to get their order in for a V8 Ford Raptor. Like I said, it's gonna be a super cool vehicle. It is the definition of a super truck. But for me, I think I'll pass on it. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on the brand new Ford Raptor and the Ford Raptor R. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What am I going to be doing with my Ford Raptor in the future? That's gonna be for another video though. Subscribe if you want to see that. Don't forget to check out the new Raid keychains in the store now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!